Today, we're going to take a look at the concluding paragraph or ending paragraph of our reports. So the concluding paragraph has to do two things. First, it wraps up what was learned in the report, which means it tells one or two important things from the middle. The second thing it does is it refers to the beginning or introduction paragraph. So let's take a look at some examples of concluding paragraphs. Remember, the concluding paragraph is the ending paragraph. In all of the examples, I have shown it using a red box. But in order to understand what needs to be in a concluding paragraph, we need to read the entire report. Squirrels by Mrs. Ponsole. Wherever I look, I see a squirrel. They run across the roads and they jump from tree to tree. I see them grabbing nuts and scurrying around chasing each other. In many ways, they all look the same to me, but did you know that there are different types of squirrels? They also live in many different places. There are 3 different types of squirrels. Tree squirrels have big, bushy tails and sharp claws. Ground squirrels have strong legs for digging. Flying squirrels have extra skin folds to glide in the air. All squirrels are covered with fur. The squirrel's habitat can be found in most parts of the world. Squirrels live in grasslands, forests, farms, and towns. Squirrels do not live in Antarctica, Australia, and South America. Tree squirrels make nests in trees, where ground squirrels live in holes in the ground. The 3 types of squirrels are tree, ground, and flying. Squirrels can live anywhere except Antarctica, Australia, and South America, and can live in either trees or in the ground. Now when you see a squirrel, you can think about what type it is and where it lives. So let's take a look at the conclusion more closely. Remember, the conclusion has to restate some of the information learned from the middle paragraphs. So let's see if this one does that. So here it says there are 3 types of squirrels, tree, ground, and flying, which is from this middle paragraph here. It also talks about how squirrels can live anywhere except Antarctica, Australia, and South America, which is from this paragraph. So I have 2 pieces of information from my 2 middle paragraphs. Then it refers to the beginning with the last sentence. Now when you see a squirrel, you can think about what type it is and where it lives. This is very similar to the beginning, because in the beginning, we talk about the different places that we see squirrels. So this conclusion paragraph has both parts. It's restated some of the information from the other 2 paragraphs, and it's referred to the beginning or introduction paragraph. Let's take a look at another example. Dogs. Dogs are everywhere in my neighborhood. Whenever I go outside, I see people walking dogs. Whenever I walk past houses, I hear dogs barking inside. Some dogs make great pets, but if you own a dog, you have to take care of it. There are many different kinds of dogs, and many of them make good pets. Chihuahuas make good pets because they are small. That means they don't take up much space and they don't need much exercise. Golden Retrievers are good pets because they are gentle and they like kids. Dog owners have responsibilities. They need to walk their dogs every day. They need to brush their dog's coat. They also need to train their dog to sit, stay, and come. Some dogs that make great pets are Chihuahuas and Golden Retrievers. If you don't have much space in your home, you might get a Chihuahua. If your family has young children, you might get a Golden Retriever. But be sure to walk your dog, brush its coat, and train it. I think so many people in my neighborhood have dogs because dogs make great pets. So again, in the concluding paragraph, we have restated some of the information learned. They talk about why Chihuahuas and Retrievers are good pets, and they also talk about some of the responsibilities, like brushing its coat and training it. It refers to the beginning paragraph in the last sentence by talking about why so many people in the neighborhood have dogs. Let's look at one more example. Fish. I live on a lake and love to look at the fish. Only certain fish can live in the lake because it freezes over the winter. Tropical fish could never live in it. They need warm water. You can keep tropical fish in a tank. Then you can see them whenever you live. Tropical fish live all over the world. They live in fresh water and salt water. The red zebrafish live in a large lake in Africa. Angelfish live in the Amazon River. The betta fish, which is a common pet, comes from the freshwater river basins of Vietnam and Cambodia. It can also be found in the rice paddy fields of these places. You can own tropical fish. You need to have the right thing. Make sure you buy a big tank so that the fish have lots of room to swim. Then put in plants, rocks, and driftwood. This makes the fish like they're in nature. Fish need clean water so they can breathe. Get an air pump to keep the water clean. Tropical fish live in all parts of the world. Each kind is different. If you want a tropical fish, find out what kind you want and then buy the supplies. You need certain things to keep your fish alive and happy. Even though people may live in a part of the world without tropical fish, they can still enjoy them by keeping them as pets. So again, in the concluding paragraph, they restate some of the information that is learned in the middle two paragraphs by talking about the different types and the supplies you need to buy. And then the very last sentence refers to the beginning sentence, talking about how, no matter where you can live, you can still have a tropical fish as a pet. Now it's your turn to write your concluding paragraph. Remember, it needs to do two things. It needs to wrap up what was learned in the report. You can do this by taking one or two important things from the middle and restating it. Then, it needs to refer to the beginning or the introduction paragraph. Good luck!